Oh, I remember the name of that heart test. It's called an echocardiogram. That's what it's called. It's an echocardiogram that what they do, and they put that in vitro, and then they blow up your heart so they can look inside. So, and it's so complicated. You have to lie down, then they put the gel, then they have to take it like from different angles, and the same thing with your liver. So I'm not impressed because with all the exercising I'm doing and cutting back on carbs and not eating sweets and chocolates, I'm not losing weight. So I'm not impressed. But who knows God's plan, you know? God has some strange plans, that's what I can say. See, these people, they don't believe in the gospel. They don't, because if they believed, if this was a God-fearing country, and if this was a country that believed in the Gospels, they would have renewed my mortgage, they would have helped me keep my place, they would have done first for me what they do for people who have two parents. Because all the people who are getting all these top jobs, they are coming from two-parent homes. They're coming from two-parent homes. Even when I came here, my sister only got her job after I came here. So she never told me how hard it is here. I wouldn't have come. if she never used to write to me. She used to write to my mother. And my mother never used to show me her letters. She used to only show the photographs. And that's all. Say, this Anita sent these photos. I was like, oh, that's nice. So I wouldn't have come here. If I had known how unchristian this country is, I wouldn't have come. You get treated horribly. Horribly, horribly. And also this putting on weight, I'm convinced that it's the food. You can't cut your calories in half and do so much exercising and all that and not lose any weight. It's impossible. And I'm telling you, it's impossible. It's not possible. So, anyway, yeah, I had to do that echocardiogram, and the offices are very nice. I mean, where the office is, it's not far. It's at Young and Davisville. So, and the other one I had to go down to First Canadian Place for the other one. So, it's just a pain. I was like, this is like my mother. Every time I used to talk to her, she said, I got this test, I got that test, I got that. I was like, how many tests? It's like never ending. So it's such a pain. It's such a pain. I just pray that I stay well and that I don't have any complications, because it's too much. And on top of that, these people are so hard on me everywhere I work. They have no consideration for me. Oh yeah, you're single. So because I'm single, you can treat me any way you want, right? That's your plan. It's ridiculous. It really and truly is ridiculous. I don't understand. I've never understood. The police are right. I don't understand how this country works. Because when somebody is on their own, and when somebody is looking after a widow, and they have elder care, you're supposed to give them first preference. You're supposed to renew their mortgages. You're supposed to consider the background of where they come from. Like Zimbabwe, I come from Zimbabwe. Oh no, nothing. Nothing. No consideration at all. So, I don't know. But I'm telling you, if you want to succeed, you have to be like how the baseball players are. It's like every interaction matters. Next call is just as important as the last one. Next meeting is just as important as the last one. The pressure never ends. It never ends. And if you can't deal with that pressure, you rather not work. Rather stay at home. Just stay at home and hope that they put through a basic income or income support or something. Because you have to be able to deal with that pressure, and you have to deal with all kinds of people. In the workplace, in your company, in the community, in your church, there's all kinds of people. So you think you're going to the church and everyone's going to be nice? Oh no, it's not the case at all. Some of the worst people you'll find in the church. So we were lucky in Zimbabwe in some ways. We live far away from everyone, so We never had any problems with anyone. Then slowly later on, everyone started building houses there. But yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain being unemployed. And especially when it's like, if it's 1 or 2 years that you're experiencing the job losses, it's different. This has been going on since I came to this country. Oh, you don't have Canadian experience. I don't need Canadian experience to pack your box. Oh, you don't have Canadian experience. Do your resume this way. Do your resume that way. Go to networking meetings. Go out to events. Go and talk to people. You do every single thing they tell you to do and you don't even get one job. Or when you do get a job, it's minimum wage. Even when I worked at the elections, they were paying $11.25 an hour when I first started working for them. And I worked for federal elections, I worked for municipal elections, I worked for local elections at Regis College also. They paid me minimum wage. You think all those other people, they are earning $11.25 an hour? I can assure you they're not. They're not. So it never ends. It never ends. I think my life would have been very different if my dad had lived. People took advantage of me. And it's not like I didn't stand up for my rights. I filed cases. I put in complaints with the Human Rights Commission, with the HR teams. Instead of fixing it, they just let me go from the jobs. So, you think you're coming here to Canada to a free and equal society and a society that's going to treat you well because you are single and because you're a visible minority? No, they don't. They use it against you. They use it against me. So it's very, very hard here. And also people tell you, oh, don't talk about your family situation at work. You must talk. You must tell them. If you have somebody with cancer in your family, you must tell them. If you're going through a separation or a divorce, you must tell them. If you're having health problems, you must tell them. Because if you don't tell them, they'll say, oh, we didn't know, you didn't tell us, so we couldn't accommodate you. Even if you tell them like I did, they still don't accommodate you. And I'm not the only one that goes through this. There was one guy I met, he was working for Accenture, I think, or Deloitte. And they used to fly him to work in New York. He used to go to New York to work. There was so much pressure on him, he had a heart attack there. And the Americans' medical care is very, very, very expensive. So they wouldn't admit him to the hospital. They flew him back on a Concorde and they brought him here to Canada to get his treatment. So that's the kind of pressure they put on you here. It doesn't matter if you're in minimum wage or if you're in the top jobs. The pressure is the same. We go through the same pressure that the managing directors go through in the contact center. Back-to-back calls, 30 seconds between calls, 3 chats at a time, 9 minutes to finish your email. And while you're doing that, you have to research the answer. And if you don't research the answer, like somebody calls you and says, oh, I need to know if this size for this team is equivalent to the size of another team. If it's not there and it's a startup, they'll tell you, go on the internet and look for it. So you have to do that, and the ping is going in your ear. Ping, ping, ping. You need to reply to your chat. Ping, ping. I'm surprised we don't die on the job, the amount of pressure that they put on us. I'm not joking. I told them when I went to Branksome Mall for an interview, and they asked me, why are you looking to leave that company? I told them what we go through in the call center. They're like, oh, it's awful. I said, yes, it is awful. And if you take over 3 minutes to go to the bathroom, they mark you missing in action to go to the washroom or the toilet. They mark you missing in action. Some people even got fired because of that. They're like, you just went to the toilet. It's the Indians. It's the Indians. It's the Hindus and the Muslims. That's why I'm telling you, if there's no Christian values, this is slavery, what's happening. It's slavery, and the people who are at the top, the Mark Carneys and the Justin Trudeaus who are Christian, what are they doing about it? No, they're favoring all the Hindus and the Muslims. They're giving them all the special treatment. They're giving them all the human rights. And so the rest of us, the Christians, are being turned into slaves. That's what's happening. I'm telling you, that's what's happening. And I'm not going to hide it. Because even my friend Bhavna Taylor in England, she used to ask me, she said, can't the church do something? Can't they give you a job in the church? Can't they see what's happening to you and your mom and to your family? I said to her, Bhavna, I've tried. That's why I want to come back to England. Because at least I've got friends like you there. She's like, Belinda, this is ridiculous. I'm like, yeah. So, this is it. This is what's happening. People need to wake up. You people think you can treat the Christians however you want and leave us to rot. Your communities are going to rot. That's what's going to happen.